Hello. Today, like for my culture project, I'm going to talk about the etiquette and customs of Germany. So, just like a couple of things that like stuck out to me was they're actually really strict on jaywalking, and I thought that was interesting because I'm from Philly, so like you see jaywalking like all the time, just crossing streets, no big deal. But you will never catch a German person or German speaking person jaywalk at all. They will go to the crosswalk and wait for the green light. Um, and then for their work and personal life, it's kept quite separate, um, which again in America, personal issues and work issues like do happen here, and so I thought that was kind of cool. Um, if you're invited to a social gathering with colleagues, it would be very inappropriate to talk business at all, which I thought was kind of weird because they're colleagues, so I don't really know much of what else you would talk about. That I don't know. I think work would fall into place somewhere in your conversation topics, but I guess inappropriate there. Um, It's and when it's their birthday, when it's a colleague's birthday, it's very common to bring a cake into the office or any workplace, which I think that's kind of crazy because what if your colleagues are awful? I don't want to bring them a cake. Weird. Um, if it's very unusual for you to be invited to someone's home, like to stay there. So, like if you want to visit someone, like a family or a friend, you should just get a hotel because it's just really uncommon for you to be invited into their home. And but if you're invited to a meal, you must be on time. Like punctuality is indicates, respect and good organization. Um, and I have some German speaking friends, so I had asked them about these etiquette and customs, and they do agree that some of these happen, and some do not happen. Like some places in Germany are strict, and some are, and others are not. Um, what I thought was kind of weird was that if a neighbor sees you throw like a recyclable can or whatever like into a regular trash can, your relationship with your neighbor could be strained. And I thought that was weird because in America, a lot of people don't recycle. Tons of people don't. Um, and no one like gets mad at them. Like a neighbor wouldn't not talk to you because you didn't recycle. So that's our countries are very different. Um, Also, you can't call like someone after 10 o'clock unless you ask. Like it's not okay to call someone after 10 o'clock. Um, just I'm not sure why, but I thought that was weird. Um, and then, but like when you do call, it's really common for you to identify yourself with your last name, like not your first name. Like, hey, it's Carly. Like, to be like, oh, it's McGee, like in Germany or in German. um, so that was like really cool, and that it would interest the class because America is free. We don't have, we have rules, but like, and laws, obviously, but not as strict, and like with everyday stuff, with like being on time and stuff like that. Like, it's not a law or anything for you to, whatever. But I'm connected with this because I have some German in my blood, so I thought it would be cool to look up how um, the Germans lived and how like my ancestors may have lived or something. Um, so yeah, that's my culture project.